And the Democratic National Committee announced changes to its qualifying criteria for this month's debate, seemingly opening the door for Mike Bloomberg to participate by scrapping the requirement for multiple grassroots donations. That move sparked outrage among some candidates. Yang's press secretary tweeted, "It's a mistake to change the rules in the middle of a race to yield to a billionaire," while Tom Steyer put out a statement saying changing the rules now and not in the past to, quote, ensure a more diverse debate stage is just plain wrong. Let's turn now to NBC News campaign embed Gary Grumbach. He is live for us in Des Moines with a very good early morning to you on this Saturday. Look, Gary, you have Sanders and supporters that are saying that this change in the debate rules, it is singling out the Vermont senator because of his massive base of donors, whereas you have Mike Bloomberg, who's refused to take any donations. So how have both Bloomberg and Sanders campaigns been reacting to this news?
Yeah, that's right, Alex. Perhaps not surprisingly, the candidate who has more than 5 million donations and more than 1.3 million individual donors is not thrilled with the idea that a guy who is not taking donations, who is doing this on his own personal wealth, is going to be able to come onto the debate stage in Nevada and just be on the stage because of his polling numbers. Now, senior advisor Jeff Weaver, in a statement, called it a rigged system, something that he and the campaign have called the DNC a number of times over the past 4 to 6 years. While the Bloomberg campaign is thrilled, they could not be more than happy to be on the debate stage and just a few weeks before Super Tuesday be able to share their ideas with the American people.
What about the NBC News Wall Street Journal poll? It came out on Friday, and it showed that Sanders supporters have a positive view of socialism. Biden supporters have a positive view of capitalism, and vice versa. We've seen Sanders supporters trend younger, certainly. So if mostly young people were to show up to caucus on Monday, does that automatically give Sanders the advantage?
Well, I think it might, Alex. So you see that the younger generation here is often thought of as the most progressive generation in history. They're the ones that have done March for Our Lives. They're the ones that have kind of moved this climate movement, climate protest further. And as we see in the new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, the folks that are under the age of 35 are really going towards Senator Sanders. The people that are over the age of 50 are really going towards Joe Biden. And there's not a ton of crossover when it comes to those numbers. So, yeah, people are scared of the S word. People are scared of the idea of socialism, but it's certainly those younger folks are going towards Senator Bernie Sanders.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.